Yo, what is up, YouTube? So today what we're going to do is talk about should you pull for the Admire Vega and Fine Motion SSR Wit, as well as Kawakami Princess SSR Speed card. We're going to go into a lot of detail for this card in particular and my thoughts on this. So if this is helpful to you at all, remember to like and subscribe. Use code MAMBO for 10% off your gamer subs. Let's get right into it. So let's talk about Admire Vega, otherwise known as Ayabe, as an Uma. So I talked about this in my March release schedule. 10% speed growth, 20% power. You can build her for long distance or mile, but she's typically going to be ran on medium distance tracks. She is a very much an end closer. She could be built as a late surger as well. Her notable skills, like what she has, is Nimble Navigator. Now, during Unity Cup, our current scenario, Nimble Navigator is very easy to come by because you even get the gold version of No Stopping Me. But in Track Blazer, it is notably a lot harder to get Nimble Navigator. So this is one of Ayabe's main selling points, is having Nimble Navigator already on her innate skill. That being said, her unique skill, Shooting Star of, I'm not going to try and pronounce that, but this Shooting Star skill is very hard to complete or very hard to find the conditions of. And even if the conditions are met, it is not going to be very helpful. What you have to do is be 5 meters or more away from the first place position, and you have to be on the final straight. And at that point in time, if you're within the top 6 Umas, you'll get a speed boost. 5 meters away from the first position or more on the final straight is a pretty, like, even if it works, it's not going to help you by too much to make up that gap, right? It's almost already too late for this to work very well. And the other condition, which gives you a greatly speed boost, so 10 more meters per second, is unfortunately going to only activate if you're 7th, 8th, or 9th place, which at that point, like, sure, you'll be 5 meters away from the first place, I'm sure, but it's not going to be able to help you sort of take the lead and win the race. So I would say Ayabe's unique skill is fairly bad. It's not very good. Nimble Navigator is good. Having Tether is nice for medium distance tracks. But outside of that, you know, she has Massive Gambit, she has Sturm Drang, she has Subdued Pace Chaser, she has a very mediocre Golden Heel. She's not a very good runner. So I would say if the only reason you would get Ayabe is if you really, really liked her. And if not, then she's not a good racer. She's not a good parent. She's doesn't have that much utility if you're a low spender and you're looking for like only the primary Umas to sort of acquire. Okay. That being said, I like her a lot. I like her aesthetic. I think she's very, very well designed. I think in the anime in Road to the Top, she has a very good role, very good story. And so I will be rolling for her personally. Now, that being said, if you do like her, but you also want to save money and maybe you want to wait for a better option down the road, there's the Christmas outfit. There is the Christmas Admire Vega outfit, which is a very good outfit, I would say. I think she's very, very stunning in it. You also have good stat bonuses. You have the much better kit as well. So if you want to just wait for this, which is, by the way, 2 years time in the JP version, so who knows how long that would be for you know, the global version, and it's like not even 2 years, it's almost like 3 years really. It's gonna be a while until we get the Christmas outfit. Okay, let's just say. So Admire Vega is a pretty easy skip for anyone that isn't like super fond of her. Okay, moving on. We'll talk about this after because there's a lot to get into for this. But as far as like Kawakami Princess goes, as an SSR speed card, she's okay. For Track Blazer, like she'll have 10% race bonus, which is pretty nice for a speed card, okay? But that's only at maximum break. Besides that, it's like 8, right? So like she's a whale card through and through. If you happen to get her, I don't think you're gonna be running her for make a new track. But I mean, if nothing else is better than 5% race bonus, you need that extra speed. She's totally fine to run. I would say though she's not the most desirable, for sure. Moving on, let's talk about Fine Motion, the Wit SSR support card. Now, this is pretty much the best Wit stat stick for the upcoming scenarios and this one. So for the scenarios, Make a New Track, which is also Track Blazer, the one that's coming up right around the corner, for Grand Live, for Grand Masters, these 3 scenarios, Fine Motion is going to be basically like your universal premier Wit card that you're going to be running for pretty much all your decks. And you want her maximum break. She has the best stat stick capabilities, 15% training effectiveness, 35% friendship bonus, 10% race bonus, so Track Blazer approved, right? Wit bonus, mood effect, she has it all, right? She really does just have it all. And she's going to have like a lot of longevity. Even though this is a rerun, she's going to have a lot of longevity from this point onward, okay? Very, very good card. And even then, like, even if, like, for Project Lark, where she does lose out to Meijiro Umonu, the SSR support card, even after this card is released, Fine Motion is still a fine secondary Wit card to Meijiro Umonu, okay? So, like, the usability of Fine Motion extends really far out there, okay? I would say she's a very, very good card to maximum break, and right now is the time to roll for her. Now, you could say that, like, hey, Fine Motion in July 29th of 2026, around somewhere around there in summer 2026, she's going to be coming out with an even better card, Maruzensky, the Maruzensky speed card. And, like, why don't I just say for that, right? That this is a common question that is kind of happening right now in the Umamusume community. And I would say that this is not really good. This is not a very good idea. My case for this, my reasoning for this, is that basically Fine Motion is going to lose out to Meijiro Umonu, who is going to come out in about 3 or 4 months away from this card, from this rerun, right? 3 or 4 months away is basically right here on the 2nd anniversary, okay? So Meijiro Umonu, the better Wit card to roll for, is going to be right around the corner after that. And so, like, waiting for this pick of Fine Motion, which is going to be happening during, like, the Grand Live, or I'm sorry, Grand Masters scenario, you're already, like, cutting short her lifespan way too short, way too thin, right? She's not going to be as usable as she is right now, okay? And so I would say, like, rolling for her right now is the best idea. I would say that of the upcoming banners, there's not really any other upcoming banner I would roll for. Like, you could argue that NTR is a really good banner. Yes, she's a meta card for making a new track, but I wouldn't suggest rolling for her because you need her at maximum break and you probably are just going to borrow her anyway. I would say, like, Fine Motion is the card to roll for, right? So roll for Fine Motion if we don't have her yet. I would say that you want to get Fine Motion and try to maximum break her with the SSR first anniversary selector, which you will get for free in the upcoming missions, the part 3 missions here. You'll get that. You have a rainbow selector, right? Or rather a rainbow crystal to use with this selector. And I believe there's another SSR selector that you can pay for like $20, right? You want her maximum break. If you can't get her maximum break, then, I mean, I would say you're a pretty casual player, and that's totally fine. Then just don't roll. I mean, that's totally fine too. but like you need her to be maximum break for that 10% race bonus for her to be the best wit card. If you're not going for maximum break with the SSR selector, the paid SSR selector, that's like around $20 is to be expected. The rainbow crystal, if you're not looking to maximum break her, then I would say to skip it. Now, a lot of people are saving or thinking of using their SSR selector, very notably, for Machikane Fukukitaru, who is going to be usable for Make a New Track and I believe even Grand Live even after that. And she's a very good speed card for sure. So some people are going to consider that. This is something that's competing for Fine Motion, as well as Kita-san Black for maybe newer users or people who are just who haven't been really lucky with the SSR selectors. I would say in order, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the ones I would recommend for your SSR selectors. Fine Motion is honestly like Machikane and Fine Motion could be interchanged. Like Fine Motion seems to me to have a little more longevity than Machikane Fukukitaru, and wit cards are always usable. So I would say that this is a very, very good banner to consider going to full pity on. If you're saving your carrots, if you're looking for a banner to roll for, Fine Motion is the one. It is the one to roll for. RBX, the GOAT, says on Grandmasters, when Ramono release, Fine Motion is your second slot wit card. Yes, okay. On Lark, you only use one wit card. That's when 07 Fine Motion. The Fine Mo plus Maru banner is the Maru rerun also. So the value is not that high either for Maru. Yeah, okay. So there you go. From RBX himself, right? Fine Motion, second slot wit card, and on the scenario where Ramona is going to be released very close to, right? She's technically going to be Grandmasters, but right before Lark is coming out, you're only going to be using one wit card. So at that point, like Fine Motion is just like not that usable. But guys, if this was helpful to you at all, remember to like and subscribe and use code MAMA for 10% off your gamer subs. Hopefully this was helpful to you. Let me know what you think in the comments below, especially about the Fine Motion stuff. It's a pretty contentious topic, I believe, in the community. If you have anything to share, I'm sure people would appreciate it in the comments below. So make sure people know. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.